Hello and welcome to the ConvoClock Countdown. Today I'm going to be counting down my top 10 Final Fantasy games. Get ready to fucking hate me. Coming in at number 10, Final Fantasy VIII. Yes, I said it. Why is it number 10? Well, it's got some good graphics and it went along with the typical medieval style or some shit. It's not the best, but it does deserve some attention. Coming in at number 9, Final Fantasy XII. It's a game. The gameplay is interesting to say the least with the medieval style to boot, but it didn't really work that well. It sucks basically. That's why it's number 9. Suck it. Coming in at number 8, Final Fantasy X. It's got graphics and voice acting and CGI cutscenes, and it was released for the PlayStation 2. That makes it a good game. Coming in at number 7, Final Fantasy III. The crystals are back. I don't know what else to say. Coming in at number 6, Final Fantasy IX. It's the return of the crystals. That's right, the crystals are back, and since it's the series' roots, the medieval style actually works. Also, big statement I'm gonna make here, you cannot disagree with me on this, but Vivi is adorable. He is one of, if not, the best and cutest character in Final Fantasy. And did I mention that you cannot disagree with me? Because you can't. Coming in at number 5, Final Fantasy V. More variety, more crystals. That's right, the crystals are back. And besides the medieval style, this is fantasy at its best. It's perfected the job system of old and the incorporation of the fantasy element. Makes you wonder what topped this bitch. Coming in at number 4, Final Fantasy XIII, a travesty. He rated higher than a Final Fantasy game. Oh no! Listen here, little fuckers. The game is goddamn beautiful. The music is more orgasmic than my non-existent sex life, and the crystals are back and thicker than ever. No pedo. Go check out my other video on why I gave this game a 9 out of 10 for a goddamn reason, even though it doesn't exist because fucking Machinima. Coming in at number 3, the original Final Fantasy. That's right, the crystals are. What a turnout. Now here's some trivia for you fuckers. Before Square Enix was a company, it was going bankrupt in the 1900s. But a man who was working there, Hironobu Sakaguchi, decided that since he wouldn't have a job anymore, he would make a game that expressed his feelings at that time. A magnum opus would be his Final Fantasy game. A Final Fantasy game. And, well, you know the rest. You cannot disagree with me on that part. Coming in at number 2, Final Fantasy VI. A change in form as the game went for a steampunk style this time around, and a more streamlined turn-based combat system based originally on the best fantasy game, not Final Fantasy II. That game ruined the series. You cannot disagree with me. And although many consider 6 as the best game in the series, let's not pretend that we don't know where this list is going. Coming in at number 1, Final Fantasy VII is the best game ever created. You cannot disagree with me. And you know what? I'm going to legitimately explain why for once. The story is marvelous and groundbreaking for its time. The gameplay is smooth and innovative for its time. The music is catchy and iconic for its time. The pre-rendered courses are gorgeous and nice to look at for its time. The actual graphics themselves are atrocious. But for its time, it was manageable. And it's with this management that the game deserves a 10 out of 10 in my book. Or at least, that's what the script says. So that was it for the ConvoClock Countdown. Tune in next time for when I make a legitimately serious countdown video about the top 10 elegant dancing memes that I produced for this channel. Oh my god.